Hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Ian is a Weirdo. So today I am going to try to design a Grim Reaper hat. I've seen kind of what I want in an amigurumi style, which is why I put the screenshot for this video of the actual hood that I really would like to make, but it's small. And I also wanted to credit the designer, so that's why I kind of have I just put my whole screen um, shot in there so that we could play off that. So I've seen a lot of hoods, and I love them. They're beautiful. They're gorgeous. But they kind of square off at the back, and I want something that is very long and kind of pointy. I want a lot of distressing, basically I want exactly what was shown to me. So I'm just gonna give shit a try, and I have some tracing paper right here, and I'm gonna measure from the top of my head to where I want my hood to go. So that's 14 inches, which is coincidentally the exact size of the start of the paper. And then after it needs to kind of decrease. So let's see. So I'm gonna get a pencil. There's a dog hair everywhere. So I'm gonna get a pencil and kind of gently sketch what I want. I'm gonna have that straight across the top before. Let's see how deep my head is. So probably right there, which is about 9 inches. So, and I'm just making up these measurements. So if I'm doing a terrible job, just, let it be. Yeah, so I think that 9 inches is about there. We're going to keep that straight for a little while before we start decreasing. So most people start, from what I've seen of the several videos I've seen, most people start at the back of the hood, and they make it where it doubles over, and you don't have to do any sewing. I think for mine, I'm gonna have to do some sewing, but that's okay. Not the worst thing ever. So I'm gonna make a pretty sharp decline, although it could just go straight out and that wouldn't be a problem, but I'm trying to sketch out the tail here. And so this is actually going to be like a witch hat, but I am going to make it I'm going to make it into, so I sketched so light, it's pretty hard to see, but I just tried to keep certain points straight. The big components that I've seen people do is a increase in stitches if you're coming from the back forward, an increase in stitches as you get kind of to the shoulders and the collarbone, so that'll come down. I'm not sure if I'm just gonna do a hood or if I'm gonna do like wrap or cloak or whatever. I'm not quite sure yet, but I had to have this hood because if you look at the picture, it's like the moment. Another thing that people like to do is they like to double up their yarn and use a large hook for this, because I want my look to be very distressed and very worn. I think I'm only gonna do one one crochet, sorry, one piece of yarn, and I have a couple colors that I've been looking at. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. So I have this color, which is Succulent by Caron 1 pound. So put that in the basket. I have another Caron 1 pound. Okay, so I have this. This is called Truffle. Decent brown. So we're going with small butch. If you didn't get the memo, if you didn't get the memo, what the fuck am I? Then let me see what I have back here. It's a mess. Don't touch me. So I have two of these, which are gorgeous. That might be really nice. That's more content. Trying to also figure out what I have enough of if I want to go big. Also deciding whether or not I want to. So I have the same pumpkin spice, but it's not in a giant mess of a ball. There's Kelly Green, which I don't really want. Here is a mustard yellow. I love. Let's see what it's called. It's called maize, like corn. Let's see. I do have quite a bit of this green. I was gonna make a sweater out of it, but obviously that didn't happen. So this is a dark green from Ice Yarn. It's nice and it's really pretty. I might have to do that. But then if I want to make a cape, I don't know if I have enough. Let's see what else. I have these two yarn. They are different colors. This one's a gray and black, and this one is like a tan and off-white. Those could be cool. This, and this is wool. It is a pain in the ass. Try to frog, so pattern making with it might be a problem, but it is a really beautiful, like gray black gradient. Very pretty. More stuff. Like if I wanted to do two colors, I could do that. This is Big Twist Twinkle and Sparkle, and then this is a Red Heart with Love that I got thrifted. So it's great, but I don't have a lot of it. Everything's really slippery with the bag. Okay, let's just put this in. the basket. The basket is full. Okay. And then I have some greens, but nothing really losing like that green. So I think because I'm making a pattern, I'm not gonna use this, even though boy would it be perfect. Sorry, the crunchies. I think these are cool for sure. They're a lighter weight. I think they might be a 3 weight, maybe a 2. I mean, I can't do a whole outfit with them, but I could definitely do a hood with them. I mean, I think I'm leaning more this way. But let's go with the green. And I think I'll like put some colors kind of like here and there. So that it has some nice dimension. Oh, I can't forget about that. I won't forget. Can't forget about this, which I just think is amazing. Like I said, I have 2 of those. I don't think I've used it at all. I think I've tried to use it, and I was like, not loving it. This has also got some wool content in it. It's 65 acrylic, 35 fine superwash merino. So it's not the best for frogging, but it's just fucking gorgeous. Okay, so now we get to pick our hook size. So my goal is to kind of go over the top and kind of do it that way so that I can sew it up at the bottom and the sewing won't be caught as much. What do I want? Green or this? I feel like I gotta go this, but I'm just nervous that I won't have enough if I want to like really go for the gold, if you know what I'm saying. You can see where I've tried to create things and just like quit. And then this is Spun Colors by Premier. I guess when I bought it, I just thought it would be different than what it is, so I just kind of was a little mad at it. But it's a roving style. This is the color Harvest Autumn, and it's a medium 4 weight. It's like, I mean, like, is that not perfect? And then this one doesn't have a tag. That one has a tag right there. Okay, so this is Ice Yarns. I don't believe I got it on sale. Yes, I did. It's sale winter. 40% wool, 40% acrylic, 60% wool. It's in the color dark khaki. I mean, I disagree with the name of that, but whatever. Okay, so everything is gonna have wool in it, so might as well just go for it. Okay, so I think these would go well together. Or maybe like a gray. I don't know. I'm just kind of like scared of using all my yarn. I don't know. Okay, so let's just try to start. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Let me start with this. Okay, so if you can see the picture that I posted on as the thumbnail, like I said earlier, it was just in a group that I am in on Facebook, and that hood style really inspired me. And hey Timmy, listening, having to do your meds. Oh, I understand. I already took my meds this morning, so that I can save the public from my general nonsense. But yeah, I understand. I like honestly, like if this may make me seem like a brat, but like I can't do my meds. Like I can't organize them for the week. Um, it is very anxiety inducing in me, and I just kind of fall apart. So good for you for taking care of yourself. So most people focus on the function of the hood, which is to keep you warm. Mine is for fashion. Fashion. Look it up. So I want some distressing. I want kind of bigger holes. Trying to think. So this is an eye hook. I'm gonna be playing with some different sizes. Also, I want to get it done pretty fast, so I want to have it be done. Oh, that looks so beautiful. Oh my god. Okay, so the eye hook looks nice. Let me go back and try to see if I can see what a half double looks like. But yeah, Timmy, take your time. Take care of yourself. That's the most important thing. I've got my morning water. Yes, this is a Hocus Pocus cup. It's the Billy cup. The back says, "Don't lose your head." Love this cup. I got it from Spirit Halloween last year when I thought I'll just spend all my money on Halloween stuff. Relearning basic single crochet is part of my pattern. Hey, I mean, we're constantly learning when we crochet. You know, it's not easy. Okay, so this gives like a really nice look. I really like the size. So let me try a couple more sizes, and then we will see. The bigger the hook, the faster the project gets done. So something to keep in mind. But if you keep your hook a size too big, then when you do your distress moments, then you won't be able to see them as clearly. I'm gonna try two types of distressing. Forgot the name of both of them. Yeah. Ooh, what's your pattern, if you don't mind me asking? Okay, so I went with an eye, and that was pretty big. So I have an N, which is a 9 millimeter. Okay, so it goes from 6.5 to 9. I don't really have anything in between. Do I? Let me see what this one is. It's clover. Oh, and I also have this K. I is after K. Wait, K is after I, right? Okay. So this is 6.5 millimeter, and this is 6.5. They're both Ks. Okay. So, and an I is a 5.5. What is an I? 5.5. Okay. So this is I don't have many hooks. Actually, I have a 5.5 and making slippers out of a rectangle. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, I've just managed to collect hooks. I would say that I only have one of each hook, but that's a lie. But I try to have, like, with furls especially, like, I try not to um, just buy hooks for the sake of buying hooks. I want to make sure that I'm going to use them and they're going to be of value to me. So it looks like I have more hooks than I do. I mean, like, I literally have like a cauldron of hooks right here, but I would say that I just kind of try to keep it to one of each size of each kind. Now, if you're asking me about 4mm hooks, I have so many of those because I lose them constantly. Okay, so we're gonna go into this. Now you're. Oh, okay. By the way, you came back, but more fuzzy in the picture. Yeah, for some reason, like, my camera just like likes to kind of blink out and like forget that it's supposed to be recording. I don't know about that. Okay, so let's see how that looks. So this is with a K. It's a lot taller. It honestly kind of distresses itself at this size, which is cool because then I don't have to think about sizing of distressing and stuff like that. And I could play with hook sizes to get some like different effects. It's gonna have large holes in it because the K is quite a bit bigger than the I, but it is. I mean, it looks good, but I think the eye looks better, and I want to like have more defined, more defined distressing. So I find it distressing that I did not know that I wanted to do this. Okay, so this is actually the first furls hook that I got. I talk about this all the time. So this is one of the um, like coffee and cream or whatever, cookies and cream uh, hooks that have since been discontinued, but I got some more in the mystery seconds. That's a great way to get hooks if you want to try furls. If you go to the furls website and you type in mystery seconds, then you can find them. The smaller sizes are all sold out, but the larger sizes are still available. And you get a perfectly good hook. It might have just had like one small flaw. Maybe the color didn't distribute the way that they wanted to, or maybe it was like slightly a little bit too big, slightly a little bit too small, or had a little curve in it, whatever. And it's a half price hook. So if you are looking for an opportunity to try furls, on a really safe, like in a really safe way, that's a great way to do it. But do what makes you happy. So I'm gonna start by chaining just as many as it takes for me to go up from the bottom of the hood all the way to the top and then back down. So we're basically doubling what we need, because like I said, I'm going to try to sew the bottom, because a lot of the hoods I saw, they kind of self sewed up, but they started at the back, and I don't know how to do that with this hood, because I don't really know. So with hoods, I'm just going to say it, you have to be very careful about how pointy they are and where they're pointy. I am in the South, so I know this very well. And I just don't even want to cross that line. So this is beautiful yarn. I was gobsmacked by the time I saw it, but I got it, and I guess I'm so bad at reading what yarn is made of, what size it is. I'm just like, pretty yarn, put it in the basket, and then I get it, and I'm like, this wasn't what I expected. So nice little bundle of joy. The miracle of birth. Okay, so let's see where we are right now. I'm gonna try not to stretch it too much, just enough to be able to kind of see the length of it. Because if you stretch it a lot and then you try to crochet into it, you will find very quickly um, that that things are different. That things are a lot smaller than you anticipated. Try to keep your tension the same throughout all of the chains. This is going to be right by your face, so everyone's going to see it. So you want to kind of keep your chains nice and even. I'm not doing a chainless foundation stitch because I just don't feel like it's necessary right now. But if you want to do it, I guess by all means. But for me, it's just more work. Um, if you're asking why I'm up so early, and this might not be that early to you, but if you're asking why I'm up so early, it's just my sleep has been bonkers. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna mark this with a stitch marker. Mark the halfway point with a stitch marker, so it's a little bit easier to gauge. Okay. It's better for it to be too big than too small, although you don't want to go way too big. I like how I'm talking about pattern making like I know anything. I just saw Bag a Day's pattern making tutorial, and like it's really like, to me it's funny that like everyone does it so different, and like some people I consider Bag a Day to be like a really good educator and a really good person, and like just like I'm drinking the Kool-Aid for sure, but um it's funny that she like is so humble and downplays how like amazing the patterns she makes. All right, yeah, my medicine's been out of whack. Who knows if it's my thyroid and my bipolar. My bipolar's been really bad lately, really, really bad. So who knows? I don't think it's hypomania right now, but I have like excess energy that I don't think I can credit to hypomania. So I'm just trying to be useful while I'm up, because sometimes I'm just sleeping all day. Okay, so let's see where we are. I could count, but like, boo. Okay, so this is about the halfway mark. I'm gonna do 2 extra chains, and I'm going to start with the third hook from the chain. I'm gonna do um, half doubles all the way down. But yeah, I just saw that video that she posted. It's really funny, I think, too, that I posted a similar video on how to make patterns on my other channel. If you're not following my other channel and you would like to, I post a lot more pre-recorded videos. Um, and so I posted a video on how I make patterns, and this was hilarious because at the time I had only made one pattern. But I learned a lot, so I felt like I wanted to share that information because, like, when you're starting making patterns, it can feel very intimidating. So these colors are just really freaking gorgeous. And definitely get a swamp witch. This cake has 419 yards. Like I said, I have 2 of them, so I don't think I'll fully be able to make like a cloak. What's your other channel? It's Ian it's the @ symbol. Ian is a weirdo, and then the number 2. You can also find it in my description if that's confusing. I started it about maybe a month and a half ago. I don't know, I'm bad with time. And I just wanted to, I found that this channel wasn't growing, and it's a little stagnant. And not that I don't enjoy being on it. It's just everyone. I think it kind of got to me that every single time I was on someone else's channel, people would be like, "Ian's so close to 1,000," and then I wouldn't have gained or lost any subscribers for the last 6 months. So it really was like, I'm not really close because I'm not gaining any followers or anything. So not to be ungrateful, but just kind of like, so just kind of was like, what's wrong with my channel and why isn't it growing? So I created another channel to be able to like see some growth. So I also am doing a step challenge for To Write Love on Her Arms, which is an amazing foundation that helps people who are struggling with self harm, suicidal ideation, and addiction. And I'm trying to raise $300 for them. And if I can do that in the month of September, I will be I will be doing a giveaway. So I'm really excited for that. So if you can give and you want to give, feel free. I put the link for the fundraiser down below. I'm also, the last day of September, I'm going to be having just a little marathon, and I reached out to some big names in crochet that will hopefully join in, but we already have one person interested, so that's really exciting. So it sounds like it'll be like an auction style moment at one point or another, which is always exciting. Um, so I do find that because of like just like the nature of this yarn, it is a little hard to get the attention um, right. But no bank card, yeah. I understand. Like I said, the whole month of September. So if you want to donate, feel free. The donation page is on Facebook. So if you don't have a Facebook, then that might be an issue. I don't know how to make it not on Facebook, so I do apologize. But I saw that there was a. Oh no! Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry. That's so stressful, especially when you like have the money and oh, I'm so sorry. I'm definitely sending my heart out to you. That is very, very difficult of a position to be in. Why don't you tell others too? What do you, can you explain that? Oh, I have Facebook. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, yeah, worrying isn't changing anything. Yeah, I mean, you're right. I'm just like, I'm the type of person who worries about just about anything. Yes, your fundraiser. I do mention my fundraiser almost every live and videos that I do. I have a video on it, so I'm telling people as much as I can. But it's hard because just the nature of my friends on YouTube. Uh, we have smaller lives. So if you go to the fundraiser link um, in the description, it has the fundraiser link there. Sorry, that sounded a little dumb, but I'm a little dumb, so it's okay. Yeah, the link is in the description. um, so far, we're at $10 of our goal, but any amount of money that we can give is perfect. You can also choose to do the step goal with me and my wife. We've been a little bit we haven't been quite on track. She wanted to go to the mall and walk around yesterday, which I thought was a really great idea, and she thought that would be like a fun date. But I was so tired. I was so dead tired. I couldn't get up. And then once I was up, she didn't want to go. So um, yeah. So the foundation is to write love on her arms. I'm really happy to be able to help them out. I remember being younger and being in a really tough spot myself with my mental health. And I just remember seeing a bunch of information kind of flooded out by them. And it was really helpful. I haven't used their services in a very long time, so I'm sure they've evolved from what they were 15 years ago. Um, but for people who need help, like I'm always going to be as much of a strong advocate as I can be to people who are in this position. So I'm really happy to be able to help. Um, this color is so pretty. And I keep saying it. Yeah, so I talk about this a lot. I share it on Army of Weirdos. If you, like you said, you're on Facebook. If you want to join the group, I'm not sure if you're in the group. There is a group called Army of Weirdos, and that description is okay, but I didn't find it. Okay, let me. Um, yep, I just put the link. And also, if you're on Facebook, we have Army of Weirdos, which is just a group for this page. It's actually the most easiest way to like get information about this page and my other page. So if you want to join that, it's called Army of Weirdos. I don't know why. I just like whenever I try to put the link, it's like super long. It's like too long for YouTube to take. So if you just type in Army of Weirdos, there is there's a couple groups with the same name. But we're the one with the green pillow that says fuck. So it should have been a little bit self identifying, but I know it can be hard when you're like, what do I join? You don't want to join the wrong group and be with a bunch of weirdos. And I also have information about the fundraiser in there. So like this, okay, so things I'm finding out about this yarn. It has like a really beautiful drape. And like sometimes people say that and I'm like, what does that mean? Like, I mean, I guess it'll like work with like certain projects, but like I kind of like don't really understand what they're talking about because I use pretty much all acrylic yarn and but this is like I get it now. um Yeah, I try to put everything in the description box when I can, just because I know it's so much easier. Because I could say whatever, join this, do this, whatever, but like it's easy to forget, and it's sometimes it's really hard to find if you don't know, if you don't have the link. So I try to put the links in as much as possible. But if you ever need a link, don't uh, don't worry, you can just ask, and I'll try to get it for you. Hello, welcome in. Well, now I'm getting some orange. I'm trying to decide like at what point like should I start um, decreasing. Okay, so I am making a Grim Reaper hood that the Grim Reaper style hood, but it will be made for my like Swamp Witch aesthetic this year. I don't know why I decided I wanted to do a Swamp Witch, but stranger things have come out of my brain. So I'm using what do you call it? Spun Colors, which is a acrylic superwash blend. I'm using it in the color Autumn. It's super pretty. I'm trying to decide if I want to like blend it with some other colors to kind of save this so that I can use this in other parts of my outfit. Yes. So the yarn does tend to stick to itself just a little bit. Just some of that wool kind of, I won't say quite felting up, but you know what I mean. Like it just kind of gets these little strings in between. So I'm trying to decide how I want to decrease. Because because I kind of want it to decrease kind of fast. So I don't know if just doing one decrease is gonna. Yes, my last name is Walker. What is going on here? Oh, it's like falling apart. That's weird. Okay. I think my hook came out and then I just kept crocheting. So I'm going to, I need to get the stitch marker, or I need to make those stitch markers and tell you what size they are and like what, uh, everything. Okay, so in the front of my hood, you have heard me talk about distressing um, my project. In the front of my hood, I don't want to do a lot of distressing because I don't want to mess up the structural integrity. Um, Now, the reason why a lot of people do double strand crochet on this project is they want to keep it up and like kind of sturdy, but I want me to be mine to be kind of like willowy and like kind of drapey. So I think that that's kind of why one of the reasons why I've decided to do a single strand and do a larger hook, because I just wanted to have that like, you know, kind of weathered, weary, witchy look. All those things, those W things. Can't wait to put some orange in there. Gosh, I'm so excited. So we're getting to the end. If you want to see a tutorial that I made, I will gladly take constructive feedback or whatever you want to add. But I did a tutorial on how to make this headband, which I call the pumpkin spice latte headband. It's got puff stitches, it's got baubles, and not only can you use it as a headband, but you can put it around your dog's neck, and it's super cute. It's probably where all this dog hair came from. My dad sneezes was on another level. But I do the same thing, so I can't really talk. I am a dad sneezer, for sure. Okay, so we're gonna finish this row. Just doing half double crochets all the way down. Okay, so in the last stitch, I'm going to slip stitch, and then chain one and turn my work. So this is how it looks so far. Nothing too special, but like pretty good length. Okay, so we chained one, and then I'm gonna skip that that slip stitch, and I'm gonna go into the next stitch, and I'm gonna do a single crochet. Make sure you keep it nice and tight, and so that'll kind of create a little point. I don't know if you can see it, a little point like that. So that's kind of the angle I want. Should I have done that on the other side? Oops. Okay. Well, it might be a little uneven, but you know, whatever. Okay, and then you can go back to doing your half double crochets. What's up, Timmy? This yarn is so beautiful. I'm sad that I didn't appreciate it last year, but it just means that I get to appreciate it this year. So, yeah, this really is like a great size for this. I mean, I guess it could have gone up a little bit, but I don't mind it too much. And it's very soft. Sometimes I find wool can be a little scratchy, and I don't like working with it because it just doesn't feel good on my hands. I know a lot of you know that I'm very like sensory driven, so um, it's really hard for me to shop online for yarn because I don't know how it'll feel, and that is really challenging for me. Like, my favorite thing to do is to go to like Joanne or Michael's or whatever and like actually touch the yarn. Because yarn can be beautiful all day long, but then it can scratch you to hell, and I just don't. I just can't do that. So I'm keeping the stitch marker in place just so I can have an idea of where the halfway point is. I guess I could, once I get it to the point that I want, I could just go ahead and connect it and work in the round. I might do that, but we'll see. I really, like, I'm just trying to go with the flow and figure shit out right now. This yarn is marked as a medium 4 weight. I would say it's probably closer to the 3 weight. But it is, I mean, it's really nice to work with so far, so I can't complain too much, even though I try. You were talking of your pattern. I don't know. my brain moves so fast off of topics, and I don't quite remember. I'm really sorry. It's never that I try to like purposefully like be like um zoned out. It's just like I just have a terrible memory. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I think there might be a little bit of lag between what I say and the typing. It's always that way, and I'm like, what did I say? I don't remember because I just move from topic to topic very quickly. We are almost at the hour, so I'm gonna get to the end of the I'm gonna get to the end of the row, and then I'm going to call it for now. I am working on a bunch of things, and then I have a bunch of things that I want to work on in addition to that. Because I'm getting my surgery on oh my gosh, my dad sneezed. Um, because I'm getting my surgery on October 13th, I don't think I'm going to be able to do a lot of decorating after that. So I'm trying to really get things done before then. I've seen some really cute patterns that I really want to try. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to crochet for a while after my uh, surgery. So we'll kind of have to see what the recovery looks like. I haven't done my pre-op yet. So we'll kind of see about that. I'm really excited, but I'm also it's funny because like the part that I'm most nervous about. Oh my gosh, look at that orange on the bread. Oh, so pretty. Um, the part that I'm most nervous about actually doesn't, like, the surgery isn't involved. Um, and this might be like TMI, but like, not really. It's whatever. But when you get your top surgery done, they usually, most people want this, they take part of your nipple and they do a skin graft onto your chest. And I actually just like don't like the way it looks on most people. Um, it's just not like the look that I'm going for. So but like I want to get tattoos of like my nipples because then I can kind of like decide how they look. And uh, the headband. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes. So yeah. So I do have the tutorial. It's on this channel. I posted it last night. It's called the Pumpkin Spice Latte Headband, maybe ear warmer or something. I don't know. I used puff stitches and I used baubles. I had a fun time making it. It's really easy, really fast to make. This would, I think, would do great at like craft shows everyone likes pumpkin spice apparently, and I did put a warning in there that the top did make it a little bit tighter. So, so make sure that when you're doing your sizing, you kind of give yourself like an extra set of 4 stitches so that you can wear it. But yeah, it was my first it's my first time recording writing a pattern, and that was different for sure. It was fun, but I also had a lot of pressure to like not fuck up and not, confuse people. And then I tried so hard to teach people the chainless foundation stitch or whatever it's called, and like the stretchy chain. And it is so hard for me to do, period, that I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be a nightmare. No one in the world is going to be able to do this. Oh my gosh. So hopefully people can do it and enjoy it. And hopefully we'll see some people out and about with that. Okay, so here we have a knot. I'm gonna cut that knot because I don't. I mean, it's just kind of a bulky knot, and I'm not a fan of that. Surgery for what? I am getting top surgery done. So, um, for being transgender, I'm cutting off these sacks of unwanted fat. I don't have my trash can here. Okay, so I'm going to do the magic knot. Man, I love the magic knot. I don't know if there's a person alive that loves the magic knot as much as I do. It just creates such beautiful slim knots. It's just a nice thing. So you have to be careful with roving yarn when you do the plastic knot. Usually you pull the plastic, usually you pull the magic knot quite tight. And obviously you want to do the same for this, but you also don't want to rip through October 13th. You also don't want to break your string. Okay, so I'm going to cut up the knot. Make sure it's nice and tight. So yeah, I know that so I watched 2 methods on how to distress crochet, and I want to use both of those techniques. One of them, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it. I'm going to have to find something that is like the same size all the way through, that can hold my stitches. The person who did it used a really large uh, knitting needle, and I don't know where like most of my knitting needles went. So I'm trying to find something that is like um, the same. Ooh, that actually should work. I see a PVC. I did a Nightwing costume, and I have like a PVC pipe covered in electrical tape. And that would be pretty cool. But yeah, it just has to be the same length because you do a chain and you pull the chain over the thing, and I think it's called I think it's called the drop stitch method, if I'm not mistaken. And then I also want to do some that are tinier, less uniform, stuff like that. The drop stitch method, I don't know how you would make that just like a small part of the hood. So I'm gonna make like a whole row into, well, it's weird, that little flashy thing. Okay. Yeah, I like this yarn. Why didn't I like it before? Magic knot. Yeah. Okay. So you might be, yeah. So the magic knot is a way to knot two pieces of yarn together. It creates a very small knot. Instead of just like tying them together like normal, it's a way to tie your yarn together. Because like, so I had like a larger knot that was tied into the yarn already. Um, and the magic knot, it might be called the invisible knot. I call it the magic knot. I think it's the magic knot. Um, Thank you. I appreciate that, Tammy. That's really sweet. Um, the magic knot, basically, you can look up videos on how to do it. I could teach you, but I mean, there's so many videos out there that I don't know if it's worth it. And plus, I'm not great at teaching stuff, so you might save yourself a headache or two if you watch someone else. But it's a great way to join yarn instead of having to. So that's one way to join yarn rather than, you know, bringing new yarn in at the end of a stitch and then using that and then having to sew in two ends. I try to avoid sewing in my ends as much as possible. I do have like a theory, or not a theory. Look, here's another knot right here. What the hell? But this one's kind of like felted, so it doesn't look as bad. I'm just gonna keep on going with that. Um, so, Tom Daly, who is a um, Olympic diver for um, the UK, he crochets and knits, and he does amazing work. It's so impressive what he has taught himself and stuff like that. But he's been doing a lot of work lately where he hasn't sewn in his ends, and it's like fashionable. And I'm like, well, if Tom Daly can do it, like I can do it, right? But I don't know if that's true. I don't know if I've reached that status. Okay, so we're getting to the end of our stitch, and we're going to repeat what we did on the other side. I really should have done it when I started that row, but oopsie. Okay, so maybe I will instead make it a little different so that it will kind of match the other side better. So I have 3 stitches remaining, so I'm going to go in. Hey, I was just about to end the live and take him out. I took him out earlier, but he didn't pee. Okay, I'm gonna do single crochet And then I'm going to do 2 slip stitches. I'm going to chain 1. And then I'm going to go in and single crochet back into that single crochet I did before. I turned as well. And then go back in and do a single crochet and make sure it's tight enough. Okay, so that gives me a lot more of that look that I'm going for. So I'm just gonna do one more half double so that I have a place to stop. So this is where I'm at so far. Looks like weird pigtails or something. But yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed the very beginning of my pattern making. I hope this, yes, I know Tom Daly. Oh my gosh, isn't he precious? And also very hot. Yes, so I will talk to you later. Thanks for joining me, Tammy. I really appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day. And I'll talk to you later.